Hi, my name is Zoe, I'm the Tipsy Psychic, and I'm Jen. And today we're going to talk to you about a very important topic. It's how to protect yourself from the negative energies in your life.
And I feel like there's a lot of negative energy out there, especially political or whatever, and you just want to make sure you surround yourself with the best people. I also want to say that there are some people that you can't get away from, like your parents, your spouse. Sometimes they go through slumps and they are also negative. So we're not saying get divorced or like stop talking to your parents. That's not what we're saying. We're talking about, you know, the people that you're around that you don't have to necessarily be around, but how you can help protect yourself better.
There are so many different types of negative energies that you can, you know, let into your life, but it's really important to be able to protect yourself from those energies and to stop that. We can only control ourselves. We cannot control our environment or people around us most of the time, so it's more about grounding yourself and figuring out how to block that negativity.
So one of the things that I do is every night I take a bath. And not like a full blown, oh, I'm gonna fill up the tub and put bubbles in it. No, I just get in the tub, I let the water run, and I pretend it's white light and that everything that's negative is going down the drain. So I'm protecting myself and putting myself in the white light and visualizing it. Another thing I do is I take an Epsom salt bath at least once a week, and I usually go to a sensory deprivation tank. And if you don't know what that is, it's a room that has a tank where there's no light, there's no sound, and your body floats, so you don't have like any senses going on. And the Epsom salt cleanses your aura, and you're able to go throughout your day feeling much more energized.
I need to try that. What I like to do when I feel like I am being sort of negatively attacked, like there's negative energy, or I want to shield myself from it, is I'll often kind of create a bubble in my mind. And a lot of this is visualization. Like, it's not completely in your head, but you're visualizing these things around you and stopping the light. Because your mind is powerful. So you're stopping all these negative energies from entering into your personal bubble.
Another thing that I do is grounding. So this is so important because if you feel anxiety or any, you know, excess adrenaline that's running through your body, you want to ground it into the ground. So how you can visualize it is like your body's a tree and you have roots down all the way into the ground, and you want to like take your energy and like push it through your body and push it down right into the ground so that the ground can handle it, but you can't handle all that excess anxiousness or adrenaline. Like, I was so excited to see Zoe today that I was like, oh my gosh, like so excited. I didn't know what to do with all this excess energy. And so I grounded it. Like, I was standing by the elevator and I'm trying to ground my energy because I don't want her to think I'm a nut job, but she sees me and I'm like, hi!
We already know you're in that job.
Yeah.
Like, when I try to ground myself, I'm always focused on the present. I try to meditate for a bit sometimes if I get the chance, but it's more about really being mindful of where you are, making sure you really fully feel your feet on the ground, and you are untouchable. And it's really something that you have to work on. Practice makes perfect, but it does work. It does, or we wouldn't talk about it. So the next thing we're going to talk about are some tools that you can use to protect yourself from negative energy. And there have been a lot of different types of tools over time in different cultures. But one of the things we want to talk about, and I've made a video about this before, is sage. And Jen here uses sage too, right?
Mm-hmm. So what I do is I sit on the ground because I want to ground myself even more. I take a candle, I light the candle, and I make sure it's like a white candle or whatever I want. And then I light the sage and I put it all around my body. I light it, put it all around my body, especially in my head, because I want to protect it. At first I thought, how is this going to even do anything? Like, I just don't get it. But it really does work. It absorbs any energy actually. So afterwards you want to make sure that you put some positive energy around your body, and one way that you can do that is with sweetgrass, and that's just an herb that you can buy online, and you just burn it around your body to put positive energy back in.
The next tool we're going to talk about is crystals.
I love crystals, and one of the reasons why is because each one has its own vibration, and obviously a different color and where it came from, so on and so forth. So what you want to do is find a crystal that you're drawn to. Like, who cares what it does in that moment? Find something that's drawn to you so that you can, use that for your energy.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different types of crystals and rocks and whatever, but it also has to be something that speaks to you. Often quartz is like a good place to start. If you don't know where to start, look for quartz or rose quartz, because that is very purifying sort of meaning to it. It really does work, especially drinking water with rose quartz in it. It seems to cleanse yourself a lot better. That's English. So sometimes it's really important to take time to recharge by yourself. So go in a separate room if you're at a loud party, get your act together, even if it's just for a minute or two. Take time to ground yourself, center yourself, and kind of quiet the noise around you. And this includes no electronics, Don't be constantly texting, just quiet the noise. And just focus on yourself and on your mind, and doing that is actually really, really, really important. And sometimes we forget how important that is. Like your health, taking care of your body, of your mind, of your feelings, and making sure that you get a good night's rest, making sure that you're healthy, that you're eating okay, that you're not just stuffing your face with like lollipops a week. This is fine, this is just a day. Exercise. I've been running lately, and that has really been great.
I love to do low impact exercises because I have Lyme disease, so I have to be really careful with my joints or doing any cardio because that'll increase the flare up. So what I have to do is I have to do either yoga, or my new thing is swimming. So at least 3 times a week I swim for 30 minutes, and it's been like the best because you're weightless in water, very low impact, your heart rate gets really, really high because you're doing cardio without like physically hurting your body, you know what I mean? If you have that, like chronic illness or something.
The people in your life can actually really impact your negativity, so maybe taking care of those unhealthy relationships, that's a whole different ordeal. These negative people are often called energy vampires, and they're like the enemy of empaths, because people who are empathic really are good at absorbing other people's emotions, and sometimes when you're around energy vampires, you're people that are really negative, they can really drain you and ruin your life. So it's important to distance yourself from that type of energy.
One of the things that I do is I turn off my notifications on Facebook Messenger if it's somebody who is very draining to me, and somebody that will message me all throughout the day where I'm like, oh my god, I don't have enough energy to respond or listen to their issues, so I'll just turn off their notification.
Sometimes we can get caught up in other people's problems, and it's really important to remember that we come first. We have to love ourselves and prioritize ourselves, and if we're putting our minds, our feelings, and our hearts in jeopardy, then we're not being kind to ourselves, right? So if someone is constantly messaging you and bothering you, you shouldn't feel bad about focusing on yourself. I really, 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 really hope that you'll subscribe, and not just to my channel, but to her channel too.
Thanks, guys. And we really want you to protect yourselves, protect your energy, because you only have so much energy that you can expend to give out to yourself, but also to other people. And you want to make sure that at the end of the day, you're not completely exhausted. So there are some of the tips you could do. And one last tip of the day is you could surround yourself with purple light, because that also reflects any negative energy.
Try an energy condom. Just visualize a big condom all over your head to protect yourself from all these nasty